making stuff, building your own things, and sort of the entrepreneurial spirit.
So if you would introduce yourself.
I'm Paul Chase. I'm a member of Nova Labs since the before times, but I'm not quite a founding member. Came in maybe 6 months after, but basically heard about it through 3D printing. So I started doing these guys before Nova Labs. These are actually the Nova Labs build group printers. This one's a 10. Only since build group 6 did we start labeling which group it was. But all this is made at Nova Labs, printed here, and laser cut and back.
And so what is the Nova Labs 3D printer build group?
Basically a group buy of the printer parts and a mutual support society to put them together. We've done a lot of modifications to this. Is an open source design. It's the Prusa i3, and then we've modified it for laser cut to be faster and easier to build. So it does have all the extras that you'd like, automatic leveling, heated bed, all that. But it's sort of just the getting a group together to all build something at the same time. You get a lot of people out there buying printers and then they don't use them. If you build the printer, you're guaranteed to use it because it is a significant investment in time. It's probably about 20 hours to build if you've not built stuff before. I'm sure I could do it faster, but you know.
So your passion at this space is the 3D printers?
I really like working with my hands, so the printing is how I got into making stuff. But it's more like I'm a computer guy outside, so compiling software is great, good job, but I wanted to build more physical things, so the Nova Labs is like the greatest place for that. I'm mostly taking woodworking classes, but teaching the 3D printing because that's what I got to share.
All right, and so what kind of woodworking have you been working on lately?
So I built a magnetic knife rack. Very simple, and it was actually using offcuts of my friend Zach's table. He built a full dining room slab, all in our wood shop, like beautiful work. Not up to that yet, but just the finishing work. I've been cobbling things together with 2x4s and a screw gun for a while, but going to actually dimension lumber and notching it together, you get nice finishes on things.
Would you say you've always had some makerly inclinations, or is it recent?
Yeah. Well, my dad is a roofer in his spare time. He was taught CAD and roofing. So, helping him out up there, hammering things. Always been big on mechanical motion, like almost kinetic sculptures. Printed and designed a few. And the printer itself is kind of like the kinetic sculptures. It's just like, always moving and all the parts are exposed. I like when you see all the bits that things are made of. Yeah, I had one of those clear phones back when phones were a thing. It's been a while.
So would you say to somebody looking to get started in doing some of the maker arts, what would you say would be some of the things they should focus on developing and learning?
Really the desire to build and do something. There's so much accessible space now, and it's not even just Nova Labs, it's stuff that you can buy online, kits. Like, there's almost an infinite number of ways to get into making stuff. I tout the printers as one of the best bang for your buck tools. You build lots of cool stuff. If you're interested in learning CAD, like 3D design. If you're more interested in the handworking, we got blacksmithing, woodworking, metal shop. It's more like pick something that you want to build, and then you can even choose where your entry level is. A lot of people start with electronics, and you think of that stuff more as Legos now. There's, like I always go to Adafruit. They sell bits of circuit board or bits of a gyroscope that's already mounted on a PCB. All you're doing is plugging it together. They give you the source code. It's almost just plugging in. It works. It's like crazy how easy it is to build anything now.
So now the big question I like to ask people just to see what they'll respond as is, who is and who isn't a maker and why?
Everyone is a potential maker. And I think everyone should become more of a maker than they are. And I'm including in that me and everyone else here who makes stuff. There's always more to learn and more to build. Like, you can start somewhere, and if all you're making is like a popsicle stick house, you're still a maker. It's good enough. Go beyond it. Enjoy yourself. Because it's always, the tools are very important, but the community and the classes is like by far the most important. We are insanely lucky here with the people, and I've only recently started buying big tools like with our own money. It's awesome, but the people is the best part.